welcome to Set Sports. I'm your host, Ishal Mirza. Please rise for the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
On February 6th, renowned wrestler and Paralympian Rohan Murphy came to the secondary school to share his life story and the success he has achieved. Rohan's mission is to spread positivity and confidence to the youth around the world that anything is possible if one puts in effort and believes.
Thank you. How you doing tonight? Thank you for having me. Great to be here. Once again, my name is Rohan Murphy. I am a youth motivational speaker from right down the road, East Islip. And tonight, I'm here with you all to share my story.
On the 6th of February, Manhasset Secondary School was given the privilege to hear motivational speaker Rohan Murphy share his story with us. Rohan is a Paralympian wrestler who is always persevering through any obstacles and always striving to be the best version of himself.
Growing up without legs, there were so many sports I couldn't play. Finally, in 8th grade, I found out one sport that I could play, the sport of wrestling. And despite not having legs, I could go out there, compete against kids with legs, and be an athlete like anyone else. I was born with legs, but my legs were backwards. My kneecaps were on the opposite side. So when I was 4 years old, I had my legs amputated. The people that really inspired me the most, obviously outside my own family, my parents, probably my coaches in high school and in college at Penn State University. They really motivated me to get the most out of life. The experience at Penn State was amazing, really truly was. Just being on a Division I team, it was a lot of time, a lot of hard work, dedication.
Aside from being a pro wrestler, Rohan is also a traveler. He's been to various different places to share his story and to compete.
Competing overseas internationally, it was a great experience. I'll never forget just being overseas and having to really acclimate myself to their culture a little bit. I started doing motivational speaking back in college. One day my coach came up to me with the bright idea of closing the camp out with a motivational talk. I told him no, but he said, no, you're gonna do it anyway, which I did. And there happened to be a parent in the audience who was a principal in nearby high school. He offered me the opportunity to go to his school, give that same talk, and that's kind of how I got started. I just love going to schools, motivating kids to really get the most out of life. So these are my visitor passes from speaking at schools. Usually when I go to a school to speak, they'll give me a visitor's pass. If they do, I slap them on. As you can see, I have quite the collection now. My ultimate goal for speaking is to speak at a school in every state. Right now, I've been to schools in 42 states. Just because you're dealt a bad hand in life doesn't mean you have to fold. Doesn't mean you gotta give up. You gotta persevere. You gotta keep on going.
On behalf of Set Sports, thank you to Rohan for sharing your story, and thank you to the SEA President, Maria Harrington, for coordinating such a touching event. As Rohan said, just because you're dealt a bad hand in life doesn't mean you have to fold. Reporting from NBC, I'm Vinny Amato.
Thank you, Mr. Murphy, for coming to the secondary school to share your story and inspire our community with your important message. This past weekend was Super Bowl 58, and the Chiefs came out on top. At the end of the first half, the 49ers were leading with a score of 10-3, but the Chiefs came out strong in the second half. The game ended up going into overtime, with the 49ers winning the coin toss and choosing for first possession, only being able to get a field goal after a drive that lasted more than half of the quarter. The Chiefs got the ball and the opportunity to score a touchdown to win the game. With a 3-yard pass from Patrick Mahomes to Mecole Hardman, the Chiefs took the win with a final score of 25-22. Mahomes ended the game with 333 passing yards, 34 completions, and 2 pass touchdowns, winning him the Super Bowl MVP. This is also Mahomes' 3rd Super Bowl win, the same amount as Tom Brady before turning 30. Congrats to any of our Manhasset students and faculty that were rooting for the Chiefs. The NHL Stadium Series is coming to MetLife. With so many Islanders and Rangers fans within our community, let's go off to reporter Lucine to learn more.
The NHL Stadium Series is a longtime NHL tradition that is an outdoor hockey game held in either a football or a baseball stadium. The game is beloved within the NHL community, allowing fans to experience traditional outdoor hockey. The games began in 2014 at Dodger Stadium between the Anaheim Ducks and the Los Angeles Kings. This year, the Stadium Series will be held this weekend at MetLife Stadium, with the Philadelphia Flyers playing the New Jersey Devils on the 17th, followed by the New York Islanders playing the New York Rangers on the 18th. With a deep Metropolitan Division rivalry between the Islanders and Rangers, the matchup is sure to be great. The last time these two teams played in the Stadium Series was in 2014, where the Rangers defeated the Isles 2-1 at Yankee Stadium. The Rangers currently hold first place in the Metropolitan Division with 71 points, while the Islanders had a slow stretch, falling to 5th place with 57 points. However, the Islanders fired their head coach Lane Lambert and hired notorious goaltender and former Colorado Avalanche head coach Patrick Waugh. Both teams are solid candidates for the playoffs, having a lot of depth within the players and the coaching staff, making this an exhilarating matchup.
I think the Islanders are going to win.
I personally think the Rangers are going to win. They have a better record overall, and they're just the better team.
I'm an Islanders fan, but I do think the Rangers are going to go. Islanders are kind of selling it right now. I think that the Rangers are going to win because they have a much more solid team than the Islanders.
I think the Rangers are going to win because Panarin's having a great season.
I want the Islanders, but it's not going to be the Islanders. It's going to be the Rangers.
Thanks, Lucine. Last week on Good Morning Manhasset, we mentioned that voting on the new mascot would take place today, the 15th, and close tomorrow. Here are the options: Eagles, Hawks, Mariners, Mavericks, Mustangs, Ospreys, Tigers, or no team name, just set, as in rule set. Please note that there will be no feather for any of our bird options, meaning the M logo will be chosen no matter what the mascot is. Now, please take out your computers and vote for your favorite option. Well, that's all we have for today. Once again, I'm your host, Ishal Mirza. Roll set.